of this place, and you take a little bit, some time, a medication, and then...
But that's what I'm taking. You see what I mean? Now
Don't
you give me
worry.
the same story again. We are going to help you. It's just may I ask just why I need this help that that you are literally forcing on me?
I'm not forcing anyone.
Obviously,
No,
I talk well,
look,
I think well, I am well, and you are ruining me.
May I say something? We're not enforcing you. If you say, I don't want to take...
No. I don't want to stay here. I am a prisoner.
If you say, I not want to take the medication, we agree. We not enforce you to take medication.
That's not the principle. The principle is that I am here, obviously well and healthy, and I am getting ruined. If we send me back to the prison, where I might be able to get on the street, as I should have.
If I send you back to prison today, you might be able to get back in the same day to Bridgewater.
No, doctor. Not unless...
if you don't believe it, I let my... spit on my face, you know.
Now, why should I do that?
Because that's... if I say untrue, you know, unreliable things, that I should be punished. We send you back to Walpole today. You're coming back tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. Honest to God.
But,
you want to make
doctor,
it? You want to take a chance?
Yes, I certainly do. But since you say that, why are you so certain that I should be back tonight or tomorrow?
Because they look at you, then they know that it's something wrong.
Doctor. I mean, you are saying that I would be back here tonight or tomorrow. Obviously, I have been weakened since I have been here. I figure that I have been done harm here since I've been here. Now you tell me that if I should go back, I will be back here.
Right.
Now obviously, then you must know something that I do not know.
I tell you something.
Obviously, you have to
leave you. I have to leave you
doctor,
now, but I have to tell you something.
Schizophrenia, paranoia, which is nothing really dangerous. That's right.
I know.
In some cases, schizophrenia, paranoia is dangerous, as the dictionary would say.
But practically, it's not dangerous.
Huh? Schizophrenia, paranoia is merely the love of your mother and father, or unless you just happen to get somebody else's schizophrenia, paranoia, like which does happen, which is not agreeable to the body. In my case, it happens to be the love of my mother and father. If it is schizophrenia, and in that case it is not, then obviously.
You mean that's why the man diagnosed as schizophrenic, paranoid, because he loved his mother and father? And I'm a schizophrenic too, because I loved my mother and father. But I never been in mental institution. Nobody thought I should be.
I am using your words. You looked at me and you tell me I'm a schizophrenic paranoia. Right? How do you know? Because I speak well. Because I stand up for what I think.
Because you get the psychological testings, you get...
I did?
Oh, yeah.
Such as? A test which asks me how many times I go... Wait a minute, Doc. A test which asks me how many times do I go to the toilet? Do I believe in God? I mean, how ridiculous can you get? If I may never go to the toilet, or I may go to the toilet, right? Or I may go to the toilet, or I may believe in God, or I may not. It is really not the business of a doctor.
You quite closely associate the God with the toilet.
No, this is the test. You see what I mean? Now, what does that have to do with my sanity? Obviously, you pick out this on your test. I mean, this is your test asking me. No, wait a minute, doctor. Your test asks me when I go to the toilet.
You want to indict me for this?
Even how often my friends go to the toilet. The test says, how often do your friends go to the toilet, right? Then it says, do you believe in God? Do you love your mother? Do you love your father? It is really, I should say, not the business of any kind of doctor or physiologist, or particularly if it's, no, physiologist. Well, a physician, we might go for that too. And now you're keeping me here a year and a half, and I keep saying the same story. I am being harmed. Now, after a year and a half of being harmed, you turn around and say, if I should go back to the prison, I will. No, to the prison. To the prison. You say that I might be back tonight or tomorrow. Then obviously you must consider that the surroundings have had something to do with it, with keeping me.
Well, Vladimir, as I promised you before, if I see enough improvement in you.
But how can I improve if I'm getting worse? I'm trying to tell you, day by day I am getting worse because of the circumstances, because of the situation. Now you tell me until you see an improvement. Each time I get worse. So obviously it's the treatment that I'm getting, or the situation, or the place, or the patients, or the inmates. Well, I do not know which. Hold on, I want this to go back to the person where it belongs. I was supposed to only come down here for observation. What observation did I get? You call me up a couple of times, you say, well, take some medication. Medication for the mind? I'm supposed to take medication for if I have some bodily injury, not for the mind. My mind is perfect. Because I am obviously logical, I know what I'm talking about, there's nothing, and I am excited. Yes, that's the only fault you might find with me, and I have a perfect right to be excited. I've been here for 1.5 years. And this place is doing me harm. I come in here, every time I come in here, you tell me I look crazy. Now, if you don't like my face, that's another story. But that has nothing to do with my mental stability. I have an emotional problem now, yes, which I did not have.
What got you down here?
They sent me down here for observation.
Why?
They taught me, I went to see a social worker, and I saw a psychiatrist. They said, well, why don't you go down there? Because I had a little problem.
You felt the coffee was poison? You felt people were mixing you up in your thinking? You were shaking?
So,
well,
the only part that's was coffee. And what sort of treatment do I get down there? There are 100 patients who are walking back and forth who are obviously doing me harm.
Are you working here, Vladimir?
No, there was no suitable work for me here. All I've got is the kitchen, and all I do is throw cups on. In fact, it's noisy. They've got 2 television sets which are playing, machines which are going. Everything which is against the mind. There's one thing that a patient does need, and this is what I do know absolutely, is quiet if I have a mental problem or even an emotional problem. Yet I'm thrown in with over 100 of them. All I do is yell, walk around, televisions are blaring, so that's doing my mind harm.
Are you involved in any sports here?
There are no sports here. All I've got is a baseball and a glove, and that's it. There was nothing else. Back at the other place, I have all the facilities to improve myself. I have the gym, I have the school, I have all kinds of anything I want.
Are you in any group therapy here?
No, there was no group. Obviously, I do not need the group therapy. I need peace and quiet. See what I mean? This place is disturbing me. It's harming me. I'm losing weight. Everything that's happening to me is bad. And all I get is, well, why don't you wait? Why don't you take medication? Medication is disagreeable to me. There are people to whom you may not give medication, obviously. And medication I got is hurting me. It's harming me.
Well,
See,
Vladimir,
in fact, to be specific, it harmed my thorax. I do know that much what it's harming. And if it harmed, yeah, right there. Yes, and it has harmed me and has harmed me in every way possible. Obviously, if you leave me here, that means that you want me to get harmed, which is an absolute fact. That's plain logic, and that proves that I'm sane. Obviously.
Well, that's interesting logic.
Yes, it's absolutely perfect. Because if I am in a place, as if I were in some kind of a hole or something, right? And if you keep me there, obviously you intend to do me harm. Isn't that perfect logic?
No, it isn't.
It's absolute perfect. I am getting harmed. I say I'm getting harmed. You tell me that until I show some improvement. Yet each time you said until I show some improvement, I have been getting worse. Medication has harmed me.
Thank you, Bob.
No, I'm in just like this.
He's been much better than this, and he's now falling apart. Now, whether this is some reaction to his medication is certainly something we'll have to look at. However, he was looking a lot more catatonic and depressed before, and sometimes we find that on the antidepressants, you remove the depression and you uncover the paranoid stuff, and we may have to give him larger quantities of tranquilizers just to tone this down. Sort of not looking ready to be able to make it back in
Argues
prison.
in the perfect paranoid pattern. If you accept his basic premise, then the rest of it is logical. But the basic premise is not true.
He was very much more closed off and mute before. He'd open up in a one-to-one relationship, but never at a staff meeting. And he's opened up over medical rounds, some. And yet, this is why we had him brought up to staff to see what would happen. And I think he's certainly shown that he doesn't.
At one time, they sought executive